Hi, this is Lucky Robin, and this is update 18 for the French Biointensive Organic Raised Bed Garden. Kohlrabi's doing pretty good. Starting to get some balls on the bottom of most of them. I've also got a couple that seem to be shooting up without falling up. Don't like that. The kohlrabi I planted from seed is coming up as well. Some of the radishes, but not very many. It's new seed too, so it should be coming up better than this. I'm almost tempted to buy slug bait with the way the slug's been wiping out my new lettuce, but I'm not going to do that. That would be bad in an organic garden. I think I'll come out and put some salt around these tonight and see if that doesn't put a stop to it. Broccoli's doing really well. I am not sure what this is. It was a hitchhiker in the broccoli. Now that the bunching onions are out of here, the purple basil is exposed to the sun much more of the day, and it's kind of turning green in places, which is a little weird, but whatever. Strawberries putting out runners over here. Still getting red strawberries. Alright, so the potatoes are in the die-off stage. Another week and I'll go ahead and harvest these. I transplanted the cayenne and the one tomato that was back here up to the front yard. Petunias are doing really well. But I do need to come deadhead the pot. Getting quite a bit of echinacea blooming now. Yarrow is doing fairly well. It's time to pull the onions. Didn't get quite as big as I would have liked on this side, but on that side I think they've done remarkably well. Well, maybe not time to pull all of the onions, but definitely time to pull these onions because they're just completely browned the foliage. Sorrel still going to seed as it has been. Gotta cut that down again. I have cut it down. It did bloom and now they're all dead again. I'm gonna pull the beans and bundle these and probably hang them from somewhere. Maybe the garage, maybe the back porch, I'm not sure. Pull quite a few carrots. I'll probably pull out the rest. I'm not sure about that either. Keep going back and forth on it. Definitely gonna pull the carrots on this side, and these onions are sending up their flower heads, so I'm gonna have to come and cut those out. Sorry, I was yawning. I haven't been paying as much attention to the garden the last couple of days as I should have been. Oh, look, there's a bee of some sort. On the hyssop. So, herbs are coming along. Still, the sage is pushing out. Parsley's gone to seed, both kinds of parsley. I need to harvest the golden marjoram again, the regular marjoram. Need to harvest the sage. Okay, this is lavender. So I probably won't harvest that. As for the bees, I don't really, well, it's not like I dislike lavender, but it's very strong. Okay, so there's a ton of peppers in here. I showed you last time, and there's a lot more, but most of them aren't ready yet. They're just there. I picked a couple this week, but I think it's going to be another week or two before I've got any that are full on ready. But, and I saw this yesterday. I have myself, oh, where did it go? I hope it didn't fall off. Oh, maybe a squirrel took it. I had a cantaloupe on here yesterday. Well, there's a teeny tiny one, and this one was like this big. Frustrating. Oh, there it is. It's there. Yay. Thought I'd lost it. So I have a cantaloupe. Still got a lot of cucumbers coming in here. And these are so good. They are so much better than store-bought. It doesn't even compare. I have one growing through here, and it got almost too big to get it out, and it kind of was starting to crawl up around it, but it tasted perfectly fine. So don't know what is causing that. I've had it on a couple of peppers. Usually I only grow about 8 pepper plants. This is the first time I've grown so many. So I've never had that problem before. Okay, this cabbage is ready to be harvested. Looks like those 2 Romanescus need to come out. I think these onions are probably ready too, even though they're still small. Kale keeps chugging along. And that cabbage is getting pretty close. And this cauliflower, I may finally have some successful cauliflower that is all me and that my mother didn't grow or help with, which, you know, I think I've grown 1 in all of my years of gardening, so that's pretty good. Alright, so tomatoes coming along, getting lots of them on here. Yeah, this is supposed to be an alpaca. This does not look like an alpaca. It looks like a Constelluto Genovese with all the fluting. And I know I didn't plant those. I deliberately didn't plant those. Oh, look. I have a ripe little yellow tomato. I think I'll give it 1 more day because it's not very soft. Yay. That'll be my first tomato. My first ripe tomato of the season. So they are coming along nicely. I definitely need to be planting the zucchini where they'll get more sun next year. You know, this is where I had this space, but as much as I love zucchini, I need to make better space for it because it's not getting enough light and it is suffering some. But, you know, we're still getting enough for me to make 2 big pans of it a couple times a week. Got this one thinned out. Mom came out this morning and finally thinned it out and took some of the suckers off to open it up because she hasn't had any tomatoes growing on hers. There's been lots of flowers, but no actual tomatoes forming. And she planted this before I did. And it's supposed to be an early variety as well. But I really think it just needed to be thinned. So some of the Brussels sprouts got picked. They went to the neighbor. I don't have that in one of my harvest videos. It's just had her come over and take some. But there's still plenty on here. and it'll go. She's picked from the bottom, some of the big ones, and I don't know, like I said, I'm not a big fan of it. The kids like it, but they don't like to help prepare it, so I don't like to make it. So, starting to turn into seeds here. I like them to go a little faster, so they'll be ready for the next batch of sausage. Nasturtiums are really taking over. And basil, it's really hard to keep this from blooming. It really wants to bloom, and I really don't want it to because I'm still trying to get enough for the year, and I'm not sure we're going to. I think we'll have enough for half a year though, which was still better than last year where we only had enough for we only had enough to make all of the spaghetti sauce for the year. We didn't have enough to use throughout the year. So, while that was pretty good, I still wanted more. So I planted more, but I think next year I'll need about 8 of these green basil, sweet basil, and probably 6 of the purple basil. And then I think we'll be where I need to be. Alright, well, that is the garden update for this week.